Hello there, Broadway and Chicago fans. My name's Ann Lee, and we are here today with Jacqueline Williams, who plays Calpurnia in To Kill A Mockingbird. Jacqueline, thank you for being here, and welcome back home.
Oh, yay! Yay!
Because you have roots in Evanston.
Mm-hmm.
You call Evanston your home, which is so phenomenal. We have a few more people tuning in. Hello, everyone. We are here with Jacqueline Williams, who plays Calpurnia in To Kill A Mockingbird. So, if you have any questions about To Kill A Mockingbird, if you have any questions for Jacqueline, who plays Calpurnia, feel free to put them in the comments. We'll get to as many as possible. But coming home, you have a lot of roots in Chicago. You have connections. Oh, yeah. If you were an avid theater goer, you might have seen her at the Goodman, Steppenwolf Court, all the theaters here. And in an interview, you mentioned the caliber that Chicago has in terms of the talented people it holds, and it's what keeps you coming back to do more work here.
Absolutely.
What advice would you give to up-and-coming actors, specifically Chicago actors, and the scene that is here?
To see everything you possibly can, see as much as you can, read as much as you can, because you learn so much just by observing, and it is still true. The caliber of work here, consistently across the board, is I feel it's just unmatched nationally, and I'm talking about everything from the visual artists to the musicians, to the actors, the directors, the scenic artists, the costume designers across the board. And it is still very much a nurturing community here. We really do, care about each other and support each other and try to help each other, So for people that are up and coming, that have questions, how do you navigate this? How do you troubleshoot that? How do you work with this kind of scheduling? We support each other and help each other and teach each other through those things. So that would be my advice.
It's exciting.
Yeah.
What's something, if there's something different from what you just mentioned, something you wish you knew at the beginning of your career?
Anything. I'm the only artist in my family, and I really had to learn it all on my own. I really haven't thought about that question. So
we can come back to it.
Yeah, I might have to get back to it.
Yeah, no problem. One thing you mentioned in an interview, which I absolutely loved, you say, very early on, I was very outspoken, even as a young person, about not being pigeonholed or stereotyped. Can you talk about how do you keep yourself out of stereotypes and not being typecast, and stand up for yourself, I guess you could say, in the audition room in front of producers?
Well, not only as an artist, but just a person in life. And especially if you're a female person and you're a person of color, because our society has certain ideas about where our places are or what we can or cannot do. It is important, I think, for everyone, but especially as an artist, and particularly if you're an artist of color, to always know your worth. Always. Don't rely on somebody else to tell you what that is or isn't. You must always know your worth, okay? Very important in all facets of your life. So as an artist, knowing your worth, being truthful with yourself, knowing what your strengths are, what your weaknesses are as an artist, help you not fall into that pit if that's not a pit you want to go into, And, there's even been many times where I've been contacted to read or audition for a certain role, and I've said, yes, I can do that. I'm really interested in this project. And I also would like to be seen and considered for this other thing. I'm going to read what you told me, you asked me about. But I also like to read that.
Absolutely. Oh, I love that. I love that so much. Well, with that, I want to jump to Kill a Mockingbird. We already had a few questions come in. But in an interview, you said that you read the book on your own in 6th grade, and that you were the youngest of 4, and one of your siblings had it. Mm-hmm. It kept calling to me. I've always been a big reader. It's been one of my favorite books ever since, and it's been one of my favorite films. Mm-hmm. When you think of the book, was there something specific to little you, to 6th grader you, that stuck out to you?
It was the truth and the honesty of it. My family is from the South. It's from Mississippi. You can't get any further south than the Delta, where my family's from. It was one of the first times that I read a novel that kind of spoke to where my roots are, and I felt it was really done in a truthful way, and that's really what grabbed me about the book, and then it was helpful that there were younger people involved in the story, and being young, that was helpful, but that's really what it was about the book, yeah.
Is there something specific about the story of To Kill a Mockingbird as a whole that speaks more to you now and is something that you maybe didn't realize when you were a 6th grader?
Not in particular, but what speaks louder to me now, and it's probably because of the sad fact that it's still needed, is the issue of racism and the issues of injustice, and the fact that we've made very little progress. So those things are they're heightened for me now, because all these years later we still need them, and that really breaks my heart. We still need, that's why we're out here fighting this good fight. We still need this story. We still need progress, and we can do this, people. We can do it. It's really simple to get a good beginning. It's really simple. All it takes is just some common respect and understanding of each other. You don't even have to like each other, but just to have some common respect and understanding, we can start to build those bricks and make miles of progress.
So wonderful. Well, you've been sitting in this role of Calpurnia for a whole season now. You're in a little bit of a hiatus. Mm-hmm. But why did you say yes to continuing on tour with this show?
I said yes because of everything I just said. we are truly out here fighting the good fight, and we know we can make this progress, and we know we need this progress. So it has been really fulfilling, not only artistically but personally, to take this story, take this live event around the country and sharing it with, the people of our country, because we have a lot of work to do. And I am so blessed to be part of a company of some pretty fantastic humans. We're a large company, and we have a large crew, and we have really had some dynamite people on this journey. It's really kind of unheard of, for the size that we are. But it's truly a joy to go to work with these folks every day, and to play opposite Richard Thomas every day is really a gift. I couldn't ask for a better scene partner. Yeah, and do you know who we have with us? Mary Badham. Mary Badham, who played Scout in the film with Gregory Peck, we have with us as part of our company. She is now playing the hateful, despicable, deliciously evil neighbor, Mrs. DeBose. And Mary, she couldn't be more sweet. She's the sweetest person. So yeah, that's who we have with us. So we kind of call her our good luck charm. Yeah.
That's so wonderful. Well, to wrap us up, I want to point out, in your bio, at the very end, you mentioned that your greatest blessing is your daughter, Kara.
Yes.
When you think of your daughter, Kara, or people in general who come to see your show, but maybe thinking of your daughter, Kara, what do you hope she/folks in general are taken away?
What do I hope she
walks away with after seeing To Kill a Mockingbird?
Oh, yeah, she has seen the show, and for anyone seeing the show, I hope that you leave with, if not some conversation with others, at least with yourself and God, and ask yourself, now, what have I done in my life to make things better? Or what have I done in my life that made things worse? And what can I do moving forward to make things better? Just having that conversation is really going to help us. Because as I said, all it takes to begin is just to have some common respect and courtesy of each other. And hopefully some empathy. That's what I hope.
Yeah.
There's a lot of hope. There's a lot of joy. People don't realize how much laughter there is in this show. There's a lot of laughter, and there is some pain, but there is also some hope and some healing. Come on out.
Come on out. Jacqueline, thank you so much for sharing your time telling with us. We are
Thank
so
you.
grateful. For all those who are watching, come out. Come see To Kill a Mockingbird. You might have seen it last season, and if you did, you know how phenomenal it is. And maybe you're thinking, maybe I'll go see it again, because you should. It's that phenomenal. And if you haven't seen it, come out, come see it for the first time. Come see Jacqueline and the rest of the phenomenal company. It's here for 1 week only, August 8th through the 13th at the CIBC Theater. All the details, ticketing and more, BroadwayInChicago.com. We hope to see all of you there. Again, Jacqueline, thank you so much.
Thank you.
You can find and follow Jacqueline on social media. I think on Instagram, correct?
Twitter. I just have Twitter for now.
There we go, Twitter.
Thread soon, but yeah.
There we go. So you can find Jacqueline on Twitter and keep up with her there. Again, we hope to see all of you here soon. To Kill a Mockingbird, August 8th through the 13th, only 1 week only. Details at BroadwayInChicago.com.
Yep.
Thank you so much, and see you all at the theater.